Yeah. I apologize. Earlier today I was rushing and I couldn't make the video the way I wanted to do it. But anyways, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, what a day. What a day, right? What's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maximus mug. Oh, it is hot. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. About to look at the market performance. Well, we looked at it a couple of hours ago, but we look at it again. And right after that, we're gonna look at prices in details. Yeah, I know. I know. And right after that, last but not the least, we look at our positions. Are we in Rec City yet? oh, oh shit. Oh man. But before we do that, guys, I know, right? It is things are happening. Have started to pick up. Okay, things have started to look the way I have been telling you guys for I don't know now, months and months in a row. Okay, first, we do have two type of traders. Understand? You do have the day traders, and we have the long-term traders. Long-term traders like me. I don't know. I did try day trading in my life before at one point, because like I tell you, this my millionaire journey is something that I started long ago, looking for ways to try to go from zero to a millionaire status. And my portfolio can speak for itself. You guys have seen it so many times. It speaks for itself. But well, that's not what we talk about here. We talk about those kind of opportunities. Okay, opportunities, like I always tell you, when everybody's running for the hill, is running for the tsunami, you run for the hill. Do what, how do I say this? Like Warren Buffett said, when the public or everybody's fearful, you become bullish. When everybody's bullish, you become fearful, right? So it has been like that for years and years and centuries. It has been like that. Therefore, I've been telling you, like, you see, most people don't kind of understand how economy works. There are people here, they don't understand the difference between quantitative easing, okay, and quantitative tightening. They say, you see, most people sit here and they tell you, yeah, the bull run is over with. We are in the bear market. And so not once, not twice, not three times. We've sat here and I've told you, if you look at past history of Bitcoin, the previous bull runs, we have seen Bitcoin drop 40-50% in a bull run. We have seen that happen, and it bounced right back up. I do remember, go look at my last videos or something like that, people trying to arguing about this. Yeah, Bitcoin going back to 70,000, Bitcoin doing this. And I sat here, right? I was like, you gotta look at macroeconomics. It is not longer like it was before. First everybody was like, yeah, we want the government to come in, we want institutions to come in, we want all this stuff happening. And I do remember I was the only one telling you that was a dangerous game. Dangerous game for those of you who want to venture into Bitcoin. For me, I had no problems, because first, I bought my Bitcoin around 3,500. It can do whatever it wants to do. I don't care, because I don't see Bitcoin dropping down to 3,500 anymore. Okay, maybe a couple years down the line when people discover something better, maybe. But in the meantime, it's not. So yeah, that opportunity is not longer for you, unless if you know how to leverage trade. Because like trying to DCA into Bitcoin and think you're going to make a lot of money out of it, yeah, I gotta be honest with you, right? I gotta be honest. For example, if you put in $10,000 into Bitcoin today, and Bitcoin goes into 150,000, how much do you think you are going to make? How much do you think you are going to make? Okay, so yeah, it is things like that that people are not thinking, because they're not thinking about it, because everybody's showing you how great Bitcoin is, but the pure truth about it is that you are late to that party. And I can tell you that. For example, let me show you something right quick. Let me show you something. My calculator. Okay, let's say you are going to invest $10,000. That means $10,000. What's the price of Bitcoin right now? $82,000. Okay, if we put $10,000, $82,000, you are going to get 0.1 or 0.2 of Bitcoin. Okay, that's how much you're going to get. If Bitcoin goes up to what do you call it? Bitcoin, let's just take a random number. If Bitcoin goes up to let's say $200,000, how much money are you going to make with $10,000? So if you multiply that times, let's see, if you multiply this by $200,000 Bitcoin, you are only going to make $24,000, which is your profit will only be $14,000. Now let's let's convert the same thing with Kaspa. Okay, for example, let's go with Kaspa, $10,000, right? That's what you have to invest. Kaspa is right now, let's take a random number, 7 cents, right? Divided by 7 cents, 0.07 approximately, you get 142,000 Kaspas, right? Look at this. That's people sometimes they are not paying attention to this kind of things. 142,000. Okay, I hear people saying that Kaspa will not go past 50 cents. Okay, multiply this by 50 cents times 50 cents. $71,000. Did you see that? So you 5x your money even before Kaspa gets to $1. You 5x your money. Did you see this? So even now, if it goes to $1, Kaspa going to $1, your $10,000 will be worth $142,000. That is what people are not looking at. Oh, and again, you see it so many times because we've talked about it on this channel. They're talking about $3 like Cardano. Okay, like, although I always say it and I'll keep saying it, that Cardano has nothing on Kaspa. But oh well, at $3, your $10,000 will be worth $428,000. Did you see this? So I'm just picking a number. I'm just picking a number out there. Okay, let's just say people are not, you don't have 10,000. Okay, let's use a number like right now. Okay, right now, if you invest, let's say $700, because I want to use 10,000 Kaspas, for example. $700 will give you around that, roughly that 10,000 Kaspa, right? So let's say 10,000, let's say, you have it there. Okay, let's just say it's not even 10,000 Kaspa straight. Right now, Kaspa is sitting at the 6.8 cents. Therefore, if you have $1,000, for example, $1,000 divided by 0.068. See, 0.068 gives you 14,000 Kaspa coins, right? 14,000 Kaspa coins. Kaspa goes to $1. You are going to make $14,000 by investing $700. If Kaspa goes to $3, your money would be $44,000 by investing $700. Okay, I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this kind of stuff. If we're talking about $5, your Kaspa coins will be worth $73,000. That's how much $700 investment could give you, the potential versus Bitcoin. Even if let's say I know I am a moon boy, I'm saying $10. I know that because soon we're about to talk about that in a minute. at $10, this will be $147,000. So now, if you are somebody like me who is wanting to go from zero to a millionaire status, investing $1,000 in Bitcoin versus investing $1,000 in Kaspa, where do you think you're gonna make more money? Because right now, even if we go back to it, look, let me show you something. If we go back to it, okay, $1,000, let's see, $1,000 divided by 82,000, which is the price of Bitcoin, 82,000. This is what you get, 0.001, 0.012, okay? Even if Bitcoin goes to $200,000, multiply this by $200,000, there. Your $1,000 only gonna give you $2,400. That's all you're gonna get, no more, no less. But still, if you look at it, I've been telling you guys that Bitcoin is, I don't think it will go past $160,000. So multiply by 160,000, you're only gonna get 1,900 by investing $1,000 in Bitcoin. So again, I will ask you one more time. Investing $1,000 in Kaspa versus investing $1,000 in Bitcoin, where do you think you're gonna make more money? See, I gave you the maximum price that Bitcoin could hit this run. Again, although I don't even think it will hit that 200,000, but let's just assume that it does that $200,000 Bitcoin price. Do you see the potential? Versus Kaspa, which again, versus Kaspa, you pay attention to those things and you tell me. I mean, we sit here and you pay. I mean, you try to look at it. A lot of people are looking like, yeah, what are the possibilities of Kaspa getting there? What are the possibilities of Kaspa getting to $1, to $5, to $7, or to $10? I am going to tell you that those possibilities are very, very high. Why? Because of what we're about to talk about right now, okay? And that, my friends, the issue, that's why the reason why I keep bringing out this, because people don't seem to understand it. The issue I'm talking about is Ethereum's layer 1 and layer 2 performance issues. Okay, that, my friends, is what is going to cause everything to start trickling down to Kaspa. That's what's going to cause it. I was listening to the recent crypto expo, and Jonathan explaining, not just Jonathan, all the people explaining why Ethereum has very bad news coming. Okay, I never knew that. I was caught by surprise when I was told that the L2s like Algorand and the rest of them on the layer 2 Ethereum, it takes them a week. 1 week, listen clearly, 1 week to confirm a transaction. That's what it takes them. They make it seem that it is fast, but it is actually not fast. They make it seem that it is a little bit, how do you say, a little bit less expensive, but actually it is not. So if you look at it and then you start seeing the way Ethereum is going, and you start seeing the way Kaspa is going with the development on layer 2s and layer 1s, the way everything is going to work. I think I mentioned it earlier in my earlier video. Then you start to understand that Kaspa is on another level. It's on another level, because like it's not a week waiting. This, we are talking about seconds. 10 blocks per second. You're talking about seconds. And that is not even to start, because Jonathan also explained about what Dark Knight is also bringing to the table. And with Dark Knight, we are talking about 100 blocks per second. Instant confirmation on the Kaspa's chain. That is like something, if you start looking into it, you remember, I told you guys, Ethereum was on its dead legs. Because to the point that even, what's his name, Vitalik himself came, he was out there and he acknowledged it. He acknowledged the problems that Ethereum has. And then if you look at Kaspa, that problem is already been solved. It has already been solved. That's why earlier today, I was asking you guys, okay, I did ask you, if you believe so much in all that stuff, what do you think Ethereum, how do you think Ethereum is going to perform when Kaspa gets smart contracts? Even Solana, everybody talking about Solana here, Solana there. How do you think Solana is going to perform when Kaspa get the smart contracts? Even Sui has nothing on Kaspa. It has. People are not paying attention to all that stuff because right now, the hype is what is leading them. Hype is what is leading. And developers, guys, again, everybody's talking about, yeah, everybody stayed, the most of developers are staying on Ethereum. Of course. Why? Right now, there is no better chain. Even though Solana is a little bit faster, just the fact that that thing crashes every time there is high volume, no developer wants that. Okay, you know how much money they are losing when the chain is down, that is not operating. You know how much money a protocol, a DeFi protocol, or a gaming protocol, and all that stuff loses because your chain is not working. So yeah, people are not beginning to pay attention to the actual value that Kaspa has. And all that we started with speed. If Kaspa proves, not if prove, it has already proven that it can handle the volume. Okay, it has already proven that. And that, like, most of the time everybody looks at it, and I said, instead of you judging Kaspa for the current price, I've said it here so many times, sit tight, wait, you have a couple of days left. Okay, just a couple of days. And those days, hold on, let's see. I like to make sure. If you look at it, the countdown, 25 days, 14 hours. So almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks and a few more days left before everything goes live. And when it goes live, you can then start to judge Kaspa. Because I'm going to tell you this. Once this 10 blocks per second goes live, these tier 1 exchanges you are waiting for so much, like people waiting for the second coming of Jesus Christ, it's going to happen. And you're going to see it back to back. Binance listing, Coinbase listing, OKX, my grandma's exchange, my grandpa's backyard DEX. You're going to see that. Even Uncle Tommy's little swapping mechanism is also going to list Kaspa. You're going to see it. I don't know what he's going to swap because he only likes cheesecakes. But oh well, let's see. Maybe he will swap some. He will swap some ice cream with Kaspa. Who knows? But yes, you will hear everybody and their grandmama start to do that. And again, is just the beginning of the price action. I think we've talked about it. And then you'll see. Once you see that, next thing you are going to see is a mass exodus of projects from Ethereum, from Solana, from whatever layer 1 they are hiding themselves under. They are going to mass exodus to go onto the Kaspa chain. Don't say I didn't warn you. And if you're waiting for that, don't also forget about the infrastructures that the gigawatt stablecoins and the rest of things, the banking system and all that stuff, they already set it up. And that means, my friends, even if the projects don't migrate on the instant, the other infrastructures, go look at Worldcore, go look at all that stuff, is going to go live. And when it goes live, we're talking about $6 trillion market assets being on Kaspa. That's why I know a lot of people say I'm delusional, I'm crazy when I say $10 Kaspa. I know people say that, but it is like, once it starts to happen, I swear to you, I am going to make a full hour video doing nothing else but just look at the Kaspa price and laugh my ass off. That's what I'm going to do. That a full video just to annoy all these fudders and everybody else who is looking for pumps and dumps to see. Very perfect example again in this channel. Yesterday we talked about it. And I told you guys, sooner than later, he's going to force everybody else to the table, right? To come and negotiate for the tariffs. I told you, all it takes is just one clicky clacker. That's all it takes. And the whole bearishness is over with, because the price action you was looking at was not real. It was people being afraid, right? I told you, when everybody's running that way, get your bags to run this way. If you had listened, Kaspa was down almost 5 and something cents. If you had listened, you would have been up to date, because Kaspa hits 7 cents today. See what I'm saying? The difference is that I'm not a day trader. I don't do that. For me, all these pumps you're looking at right now don't matter to me. I'm waiting for the real price. And again, we're about to look at it. Okay? So yes, Ethereum, whatever you want to call them, they're on their deathbed. Kaspa is the right way. Guys, I know many people are going to try to spread thought about this. The thing is, just like today, I look at my other video, I don't see their thought comments today. Did you guys notice that? I don't see them fighting again. I don't see people commenting, oh, Kaspa is going down to 1 cent. I don't see it. Why? Again, I told you so. I told you, this is just the beginning of something. You said 90 days, right? 90 days, go look at the M2 money supply. What is going to happen to the M2 money supply in 90 days? Go look at that. Everything is planned out. In the next 90 days, what is going to happen to the Feds? Interest rates and all that stuff. Go look at that. And then look at Kaspa's development plan. What is happening in 90 days? See? See what I'm talking about? Everything is falling in place like piece of dominoes. And those of them who said we were in the bear market, where are they now? Are we still in a bear market? Do you still believe that? Again, Bitcoin does this. It's not the first time it does this. It falls. I've seen in a bull run Bitcoin falling 40, 50, 60% and still get up and keep on going, right? Again, many people are going to miss the biggest opportunity in their life because of what? FUD. People don't do their own research. Yeah, I might tell you this right now, but please just do your research and you will find out. You'll find out, because like today, a lot of people got liquidated. I don't even want to tell you how many shorts got liquidated today. I don't want to even go there. But anyways, guys, it is what it is, right? We're going to be sitting here and I will say, yes, I told you so. It's going to happen. Anyways, let's go look at the market right quick, okay? It's not going to be 24 hours. It's going to be a couple hours difference, okay? So if we go to crypto bubbles, this one right here, crypto bubbles right quick. Let's look for the past 1 hour. Look at that. 1 hour. Everybody else like, yeah, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Okay, look on the day. Look at that. These things are so funny, because now you're going to see daily reset. You're going to see the weekly reset. But anyways, let's look at King Kaspa first. KAS. Looking here. For the past hour, 0.9% down, which is normal. People are taking profit. Those of them up on the day, okay, 6.2% up on the week, 22.2% up on the month, and 49.9% down on the year. I mean, as you can see, yeah, it blew up out of proportion. Some people think it's going back to 1 cent, so they're taking their profit. It's okay. Now, if you look at the market caps, we're sitting at $1.77 billion, and the 24 hours volume traded at 116.54 million dollars. Again, you look at the numbers, everything is playing out just like we said, right? Now let's go look at Quant right quick. QNT, the bankers coin is QNT bankers coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. See that for the past hour, Quant is up 0.1%, 11.3% up on the day. 0% on the week. Is not hasn't moved that much. We have 5.8% down on the month and 42.6% down on the year. Remember, told you pay attention to that number, right? We went from almost 49, 50%, we're down 42. Sitting at the market cap of $971.31 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $50.72 million. Looking at JASMI, JAS, the Japanese Bitcoin, like I always said, it will do exactly what Bitcoin does, right? Everybody who was like, yeah, you're going to Reg City with your JASMI position. Look at this. 0.4% up the last hour, 17.6% up on the day, 13.9% up on the week, 1.8% up in the month, and 44.1% up in the year, sitting at the market cap of $559.03 million and a 24 hours volume sitting at $133.78 million. Are you watching it? Again, it is unbelievable, right? Now, looking at last but not the least, high risk and high reward, Cubic. If you pay attention to Cubic, 3.2% down the last hour, 15.6% up on the day, 14.4% up on the week, 47.5% up on the month, and 83% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $123.19 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $4.38 million. Now, you can also look at Bitcoin. Like I told you, we're going to start looking at it because we are in the last leg of the bull run. We have to look at this. But just looking at JASMI, it tells me exactly what Bitcoin did, which is pump, right? So if we look at Bitcoin, you have here 0.5% down the last hour, 7.5% up on the day, 0.9% down on the week, 6.1% up on the month, and 19.1% up in the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.64 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $87.02 million. Pay attention to that. You see how the volume has started to climb. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. All of you that like to be afraid because somebody else is flooding. But anyways, if we go look at prices in details, let's start first with King Kaspa. Wow, look at that. Right now, this is the 1 hourly chart for Kaspa. Okay, we've run so high. So yeah, let's see. Again, it is a little bit of difficult for you to do a TA on this because this right now is FOMO. This is FOMO pricing. Let's give it a couple of days for it to calm down because the tariffs are going to be paused for the 90 days, right? Let's give it a couple of days for it to calm down, and from there, let's see how the price reacts, right? So now, even if you go on the 4 hourly, look on the 4 hours right quick. On the 4 hour, you see, it's a big W. A W now is a bullish pattern. But again, I don't want to do TA on it. But just by looking at it, it shows a continuation. Look at that ribbon. Ribbon is about to turn green on the 4 hours. If it does that, by the time it does turn green, this thing will be up there above 7 cents. And you will see it's about to go. So yeah. All of them who were expecting 1 cent, 4 cents, or whatever, where are they today? I don't see their comments. Where are they? Anyways, now, if you look at it on the daily, again, this is the reason why I say we should wait until all this FOMO news or whatever comes down. Look at it on the daily. What do you see with the ribbon? See, it has started to curve to the upside, right? The downside that we had, that was a perfect retest on that falling wedge. And guys, I've been saying it for the longest. The target for this falling wedge is at 20 cents. And once we get there, we're about to see this thing either try to retest and try to find how you say it, price discovery. Okay, new prices. That's what we're about to see. But anyways, now let's go look at Quant right quick. QNT, USDT. So we take on the Binance here. This is the daily. See, everybody who was, I kept telling you guys, listen, all it takes, let's see how today's days close. If today's candle closes like this, if today's candle, okay, closes like this, the next one is going to go. But again, look, the ribbon that was falling, look at it, has started to curve. right? So yeah, like I said, TA won't help right now. Let's wait until those everybody who formed in, let's see if they're gonna calm down and everything else gonna cool down, and then the natural price starts to come. Because for the next 90 days, we are not going to have no tariff wars, no none of that, except for China. Oh well, you guys already know what Margex Trumpishu said. So so if we go on the 4-hourly, for example, look at the 4-hour. We are breaking right now as we speak. We are breaking above the moving ribbon as we speak. So yeah, I always say it, and I've proven it to you guys so many times. Price always gets attracted to the moving average. Always. It always does that. Sooner than later, you are going to see it. So yeah, that is what we're looking at right now. We're looking at quant going up to probably $74, $75. Therefore, pay attention to that, okay? If you look at it on the 1 hour, like here, see, exactly like I told you guys in my previous video, price always gets attracted to the moving average. What happened? Breakout attracted the moving average. So right now, since we have already turned green here, if you ask me my own humble opinion, I can tell you that I think this is probably going to come back down, retest the moving average, or let's see where this moving ribbon is going to be. It might come down to bounce on the moving ribbon and keep on going. So yeah, let's see, because right now the factor that Trumpicius Magicius had about tweeting on tariffs, I think that's going to be put on pause for the 90 days. And therefore, we don't have to worry about, you know, something, a sneak attack behind we're using tariffs or anything. But yeah, that is what I'm telling you guys about. So Jasmine, if you look at Jasmine now, again, I don't think you have to, because you already know Jasmine is going to be pumping because Bitcoin is doing its thing, right? If you look at this, Jasmine, bam, right there, above that massive resistance that we've been fighting for the longest. If you've been following my channel, you will also know that we've been at it for a while now. Look at it. That resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. We had that inverse head and shoulder. We hit it down. And again, if you look at it right now, just by looking at it, I think we are forming another inverse head and shoulders. Okay, let me go on the 4 hours right quick. I think that's where you will see it better. If you go on the 4 hour, see, it looks like we are forming another inverse head and shoulders. If you do this, let's go, not trend lines, patterns. I'm going to take patterns, head and shoulders. Okay, look at this. If you take here, go down, take here, go down. Now we form the head, go, see, the head forms, come down, and the second shoulder forms right there. Okay, you can see that clearly as the day. Jasmine, you can't see it here because I'm using my phone. Jasmine is forming an inverse head and shoulder. If this confirm, we are talking about potential of let's see, trend lines. The price target for this is, if we go from here and take it right there. Now take that, put it on the breakout point. We're talking about 1.4 to 1.5 cents. That is the target. So yeah, let's see how this thing plays out. And that's what I've been telling you guys. You remember when everybody else was running about it, if you look at it on the daily, see, that is all it takes. Look, that's all. Look at the ribbon. Ribbon has already started to curve. And I told you guys, when it starts to curve, look at 3 days in a row. This is the third day right now. Jasmine is printing a green candle. Green again. So yeah, people can sit over here and tell you what they want to say if they wish to, but you have to pay attention to this kind of stuff. Even if you look at, let's go look at Bitcoin right quick, since we are doing it right away. So Bitcoin, look at my Bitcoin chart. See that purple line? Remember when I told you the purple line? This is on the daily. Right now, look at the ribbon curving upside. It is so funny. It is funny, like people sometimes they look at you and how do I say this? And nobody pays attention because everybody else is worried about something else. If you look at it, look, Star Wars candle, Bam. Now we're testing this major resistance. We break it, it will continue all the price action it had before this dump. Because actually, before this FUD, the price was supposed to keep on testing this. So yeah, we're going to sit here and we're going to look at it. And again, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? If you see, look, perfectly on the 4 hours, it is testing it. Look at the ribbon again. See? Curving upwards, right? Even if you look at it on the 1 hour, look on the 1 hour. See? On the 1 hour, it's even clearer. It's more clear. See? It broke above it. It's coming back to retest. So what I'm expecting now is either if it doesn't hold it, it might come back there, retest the moving average or even the moving ribbon and then continue. That's what I'm expecting. But yeah, for the next 90 days, you are not going to have anything to hinder this progress. Okay, so let's go back here. Everything is playing out like normal. When I said I wasn't worried about the price, because again, it usually happens every bull run, and now you're seeing it, right? Now you're looking at it. Anyways, now let's go look at my positions right quick, okay? But before we do that, please, I do not condone leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing, because if you do that, you are going to lose your money. You are going to be the prime minister of Rec City Nation. That's what you're going to do. But if you want to try it, if you want to do it, down below I do have Bydfi, Phemex, Wix, and Margex. Use the links below, sign up, because when you do, they are going to give you free money in thousands. And once you get that money, guys, all you have to do is take $100 out and practice. You cannot get experience any other way. Take $100 out and practice. If you don't practice, you're going to lose your money. That's simple. Okay? But anyways, now let's go right quick. Look at my Bydfi. You guys know there I am trading King Kaspa, and I am also trading Quant. Okay, a couple of days ago, that thing was like down almost $3,000. You guys saw that. Today I am up 5,800. Again, like I said, I trade at 50x. That's why my positions move up or down very aggressively, right? If you look at my contracts, you will see that here, my Kaspa, I am still down 67%, which is $6,000. Again, I don't care about this. I trade at 50x, and my goal is numbers much more higher than this. If you look at my Quant, I am still down 57%, which is 5,900. If you guys remember, this position were down 70-80%, and I kept laughing about it. Like, yeah, this is not what I was looking for. Now, if you go on my Phemex, I am trading again King Kaspa, and I'm also trading Jasmine. Okay, remember this position yesterday, just yesterday we were down 3,200, I think it was, and today we're sitting at 4,900, almost $5,000, right? You see, that's what I'm telling you guys. Just like my Bydfi, I trade at 50x. 50x means like my position react, quicker, faster, up or down, depending on where the market is going. If you look at this for my Jasmine, I am still down 84%. I do remember this position was down 94%, and a lot of people were laughing about it. And I told you, I'm not worried about it. I know where this is going. I'm still down 84%, which is 9,200. And for my Kaspa, I am also still down 42%, which is 1,800. Which again, I'm not worried about it. I know where this is going, and I will show it to you. Okay, now if you look at my Wix exchange, on Wix I am trading King Kaspa, and I'm also trading Cubic. High risk, high rewards, right? If you can see right now, my overall went up, because I do remember yesterday this was down 1,100 or 1,200 thereabout. Today my overall is sitting at 1,800, just like I told you. Okay, if you look at my contracts, you will see here on my Cubic, I am still down 52%, which is $900 thereabout. And on my Kaspa, I am still down 43%, which is $500. Again, these are not the numbers I'm looking for. Okay, I'm a long-term trader. For example, I'll give you this. Look at this. For example, Cubic, all-time high for Cubic was 5077. 4, 5, 7. By the time we get there, this thing will get me $10,000. I've told you, I think Cubic has a possibility to go up to 3 zeros and a 3. And if you do that, this position will make me $570,000. This is what I am looking for. And this, my friends, is what I put this position for. And it's going to happen either there or it's going to come close to it. And you will see it. The same goes to Kaspa. If you look at Kaspa, everybody else is busy laughing about it. $3, like a bunch of people say. I will be up $107,000 on this position. If you look at for me, if it doesn't perform good, it's $5. $5, I will be up $180,000. If it performs average, $7, I will be up $253,000. Okay. Or if it goes to my prediction, which I think it will, $10, I will be up $364,000. The same thing goes with my Bydfi, okay? If you go to my Bydfi, look at that. Kaspa, $3, $172,000. That's the profit. $5, we're talking about $294,000, okay? $7, we're talking about $416,000. And last but not the least, $10, we're talking about $599,000. This, my friends, are the numbers that I'm looking for. And that's, again, everybody will start to see how they make sense once we get those smart contracts ready. If you look at the other one, the other one, which is, let's look at Quant. Okay, everybody's telling you something else. And if you look at Quant, look. First of all, all-time high, $400, we're looking at $47,000. Then I heard somebody talk about $700. We're looking at about $95,000. For me, I think if Quant does not perform good, we're talking about $1,200 to $1,300, and that it will put me at $190,000. If Quant performs average, we're talking about anything between 1,800 to 2,300. So at 2,300, here, we are talking about $350,000. Okay, for me, I think Quant is a $5,000 coin, which again, we will see once all the infrastructure start to take place, which is now $5,000. We're talking about $780,000 in profit. These are the numbers I'm looking for, not this negative one that everybody's busy looking at right now. But that's why I always laugh about it. And then even if you look at, let's go to Phemex, okay? Phemex, I told you guys, Jasmine, first hurdle is 4.5 cents. At 4.5 cents, this will make me $3,000. That's not what I'm looking for. We're looking at 12 cents, $31,000. We look at 15 cents, $42,000. We look at 20 cents, $61,000. We look at 30 cents, $98,000. If you ask me, I think Jasmine, without any lockup, without anything, we'd be looking at 60 cents, which is $210,000. But if the lockup takes place and everything starts to go the way they're planning it, because they've already started testing it, we may be looking at 100 or 100 or we might be looking at $1 or $1.50. So let's take the highest one at $1.50. This position will be $546,000. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, the bull run, the last leg has started. Start paying attention to what the market is doing. And now, if we go look at Kaspa, okay, last but not the least, look at Kaspa. Again, $3, we're talking about $26,000. Okay, $5, we're talking about $45,000. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. At $3, we're talking about $268,000. Okay, at $5, we're talking about $452,000. Okay, again, $7 average, we're talking about $636,000. And my moon boy prediction, $10, we're talking about $912,000. It may even go above this. Let's just wait for these smart contracts to take place. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, everybody who was bashing it, who was saying we were in the bear market, it is done for. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in the next 90 days? What do you think is going to happen? Okay, so yeah, I told you the bull market is not over, but it's not going to last that long. So the next 90 days, we're about to see. You about to see what I'm telling you. They're going to pump this thing to oblivion, and you're going to see it. Anyways, guys, that being said, thank you very much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything that we just talked about. And on top of that, don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitudes like you and yours truly can see these videos and the family can grow. So yeah, get ready. It's money time. It's about to start and it's about to get crazy. I'm telling you this. Anyways, guys, until I see you in my next one, please, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? And bye-bye.